Magic for sure has always been like my biggest shows. Like I've performed in front of schools. I performed for big events. I performed for anything from like birthday parties to big events. It's just I've done so many shows now.
You know,
Always be looking out. You never know when life is gonna give you that left hook, and if it does, you gotta get back up. You gotta get back out there. That's that never give up mentality. It's not about how hard you can hit; it's about how hard you can get hit and keep going. So definitely that.
you know,
About the love, let's talk about the communication. Let's talk about the love, let's talk about communication. Oh yeah, talk about the love, let's talk about communication. Let's talk about the love, let's talk about communication. Oh yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, this is your host, William Robinson, coming at you live tonight from the studios of TLC, Talk, Love, and Communication. Today we have a special guest, Mr. Christian Santiago. He gonna give us some wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, and input into his life, and let us know how he became the man today. This man is a jack of all trades, ladies and gentlemen. Literally, he gonna show us some tricks of the trades here on TLC, Talk, Love, and Communication. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna give this young man a special round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
I like it. Thank you.
Okay, how you doing there today, Mr. Santiago?
I'm doing good. How are you?
All right, all right. How was your ride over, sir?
It was good, smooth, no traffic really. So yeah, it's 15 minutes away. I was happy that I didn't have to drive too far to do this. So I was like, oh, this is perfect. And then I got outside. It was nice and cold. So I actually had to run back inside because I was wearing just a t-shirt and I was like, oh, it's gotten a little chilly. So went back inside and I grabbed the hoodie.
Yeah, it's supposed to stay like this all day today. So
I hope so. I hope so because I'm not a huge fan of the heat. Yeah.
Okay, you want to tell my audience a little bit about yourself, sir?
Yeah. Name's Christian Santiago. 31. Been performing magic for about 26 years. Guitar has just been a hobby that I've picked up for a couple of years now, probably 6 years. Been dancing on and off for as long as I can remember. And yeah, I'm a big nerd too. I like video games, sports. I like to swim, work out at the gym. That's, all those kind of things. Yeah.
When you say nerd,
Yeah.
give us the definition of the word nerd. What's yours?
So I like to, sit in front of the computer, play some competitive games. I'll play with friends. Well, I also have like board game nights too. So I pick up like little knickknacks and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I have a ton of board games. So I'm very much a big nerd in that aspect.
Do you know how to play chess?
Yes, my father taught me how to play chess.
Would you consider yourself an average player, a good player? Or what?
I'm average. I'm
Yeah.
I'm not too great at it. But my dad, when he would teach us, he wouldn't let us win ever. He's like, if you're gonna win, you're gonna have to actually try. And he would be clever. He would like leave things open to see if we could see it.
Mhm.
And if we didn't catch it, he would tell us, "Well, I left this open for you. You gotta pay attention to that next time."
So did it ever get to the point where did you beat Dad?
I did. Yeah, I finally beat him, and it was probably one of those really exciting, one of those best times, the best feelings of my life at the moment. It was nice.
And you think did you really beat him, or you think he finally gave in?
I asked myself that when I did beat him. I was like, did I really beat him, or did he let me win? I had mixed feelings about it, but I've convinced myself that I beat him.
That's right. That's right. A win is a win, man.
Yes, a win is a win.
A win is a win.
Yes.
And I would imagine that felt so good,
It
to
did.
just,
Oh, man.
of course he was a great part of your life, I
Yeah.
assume.
Oh yeah,
you
he's
know.
still here. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. No. No. Beating him was good. I'll
Yeah.
never forget that.
When the student beat the teacher, it's
Oh,
always great, you know
For
what I mean?
sure. Absolutely. Oh, yeah.
And what was the lesson you learned in that? I mean, if you had to break down chess, what would be your...
Breaking down chess. Well, it's every decision we make has kind of like a equal reaction. You gotta plan out what you got an end goal and planning out a couple of moves ahead. is always a good idea. If you don't, if you don't plan to not fail, you fail to plan or something. I forgot what it
That's
was,
right.
but yeah, it just taught me to always try to plan ahead
Hmm.
and have backup plans if something doesn't go right, and yeah, never give up too.
And learning it at a young age, it teaches you to navigate through life at a different pace.
Right?
You know, chess is often referred to as the game of life.
Yes.
And I think it's very important to teach the youth how to play chess,
Yeah.
and you can navigate through life a little better. It teaches
Yeah.
you to strategize,
Yeah.
and to not understanding just what you want to do, but
Right.
understanding what your opponent is trying to do to you.
Right.
I'm a self-proclaimed top chess player myself.
Oh yeah.
So maybe one day, after I beat you,
Yeah.
Dad won't like that too good, and maybe I
Oh.
can get to play Dad one day.
No, he'd love that. He would
Yes.
absolutely love that. Yeah.
Okay. So you into many other things, the instruments. You say your sister taught you to play the guitar.
Well, actually, the story with that is I got the guitar for my sister. So she wanted a guitar for Christmas because she was playing a game called Guitar Hero and Rock Band and stuff like that, and she thought if she played that enough, she would learn the guitar. That the guitar would be easier. So she got a guitar for Christmas. Opened it. She played around with it for a little bit, but it kind of just sat there. And so I picked it up and I got curious and I started messing around with the guitar, and I didn't know anything about it. I didn't know how to, hold chords or pluck the strings or anything about it. So I sat it on my lap and I just started messing around, and I just kept at it, and I got really good at playing guitar all of a sudden.
I admire guitar players. I always wanted, especially the bass.
Oh, I love
know,
bass guitar. Yeah, after that, I did pick up bass guitar. I can play a little bit of the piano as well. But yeah, my favorite is acoustic guitar and the bass, electric bass. I'm a huge fan of bass. I love it.
I went to learn it one time, man, but my fingers were so big, man. I couldn't.
No,
You know what I'm
yeah, I mean, I
saying?
feel like that would be perfect, especially for the bass guitar, holding those strings down for a long
Uh-huh.
period of time. Yeah, no, I would. My fingers are like they call them piano fingers, like really skinny and bony fingers.
Yeah, those are definitely the white keys on the piano.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. You gotta reach all those keys far
Yeah.
apart. Yeah.
Hey, we could be the piano brothers, man. The white keys, the little keys, and the big black.
Yeah.
That'd be cool,
That
huh?
would be nice.
So you got into the guitar. Your sister got the guitar, so you got into the
Yeah, I
guitar,
stole it from her.
and it had evolved into something that you actually do gigs, correct?
Yes, then that actually wasn't until recent. Christopher Hirschberger, who's the pretty good artist, pretty big artist around in Ocala, really good friend of mine. I've known him for years. He's a brother of mine. So I would go to his studio, and while he would just paint art or come up with concepts and stuff like that, I would just bring my guitar and play it in the background. We would just hang out, have coffee. I'd be playing the guitar, and he would be painting. And he kind of bragged about that or told somebody else about it. And then a show came up where they had another guy doing the guitar for him painting art in front of an audience. It's called a couch session. And that guy fell through. He couldn't make it. So Christopher was like, hey, Christian, do you want to come play the guitar it was like last minute too. And he's like, hey, do you want to come play the guitar for this show? And I was like, okay, well, why not? We do that all the time anyway. I go over and I play guitar. He's like, it's going to be just like that, except in front of a bunch of people. And so I went there and I did that, and they loved it. And then people kept asking me to play the guitar and do, music and magic and dancing. Like they've been trying to get me for all three of those. So yeah, just one thing led to another.
So were you nervous at all?
Yeah, for sure I was, because this is the first time I had played the guitar for like an official gig. Magic, I've done that for so long because I actually did magic in between the guitar playing. But yeah, when I got out there and I sat there with my guitar, I was playing. I missed a couple of notes, but I got into the swing of it. I get stage fright a little bit, but once I get out there, it gets easier.
One thing about being a musician or any type of artist, a lot of times we get in our head.
Yeah.
I used to do music, so like when you miss the chords,
Oh yeah.
only you missed the
Right.
chord.
And I try to remember that.
They have no clue that you
clue.
missed the chord, but it's all within you, to be able to, endure and to fight
Right.
through that,
It's that perfectionist.
That's right.
You know what it's supposed to sound like,
Yeah.
So that's what you try to achieve, and when you miss that one thing, it can destroy you. And you're like, oh, they probably and they're just like enjoying the show. They have no idea.
It makes me think back to I don't know, you're a little younger, but Michael Jackson. You don't seen the famous show where he introduced the moonwalk with the glove on,
Oh,
and Michael Jackson was complaining that he didn't stay up on his tippy toes as long as he had practiced.
oh shit.
So to him, the whole show was
It's just ruined.
ruined.
Oh,
But to the world, it's the greatest performance ever.
Yeah,
You know,
nobody
it's,
else. Nobody else felt that way.
No one else felt that way. So I was fortunate enough to attend the event maybe about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
And you was playing the guitar
Yes.
while other people were performing.
Yes.
And then the guitar music stopped and some techno music came on and you returned to the stage.
Yes.
Would you like to share with my audience what were you doing when you returned to the stage, sir?
So after I put the guitar down, some like electric music, some hip hop music came on. I got into the middle of the floor, and I started breakdancing. So I did some moves. I did some freezes, windmill at the very end. I've been breakdancing for a while now. So at the end of that guitar playing, I got in the middle of the floor and I did a big like breakdance, section of the show that no, I don't think anybody was expecting, because they were pretty surprised that I could play the guitar. And then I got out there and I started breakdancing like that.
I mean, the crowd loved it.
Yeah, no,
I mean, they was cheering you on.
Yeah.
And I mean, I know a lot of us wish we could get out on the floor and do that.
No, I had a fun time for sure.
Yeah.
I'm glad everybody enjoyed it.
And out of all, okay, let's go to the magic.
Yeah.
Okay, you said you've been doing magic since the age of 5 years old.
Yeah, I got introduced when I was 5, and then I played like around with it for a little bit, and as soon as I turned 11, I believe is when I got my first actual like magic trick, like a really good one, and after that is when it really took off. But I, got introduced at a really young age to it.
And how does it? I mean, what's the trick in magic? What's the magic in magic?
What's the magic in magic? That is the question. Well, for me, the magic is those reactions that I get from other people is like the whole reason why any magician really, that's why they do what they do. Those reactions they get and the feeling that the people have of, oh man, I just saw this impossible thing. And then, so like, it's like an emotional roller coaster almost. But for me, I do it because those reactions, make me feel good. Right.
You know what they say about magic people, right?
What?
They get all the women.
Oh God. Yeah. That is what they say. Yeah.
I mean, hey,
That is not why I do magic. No, but it's
right.
it's girls like it. Yeah. I'll say that.
My granddad made a statement. My granddad always said, he said, if you can make them laugh,
yeah,
you can make them come.
Oh God.
And that's something that, and as you get older, you understand personality is big.
I mean, yeah, I feel like if you can make a girl laugh, it's like what you always hear. Oh, he makes me laugh.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest things for them. If you can make a girl relax and make her feel safe and comfortable, and you're funny, and then you start realizing like anything you do makes her laugh. That's how you really know that she really likes you.
She wants me.
Yeah. You do normal things and she finds it like amusing.
Yeah.
She likes you.
Pretty much. I mean, so you dating, you married, you single? What's the deal?
I'm single. Yeah. No, I just I mean, I date. I've gone out on dates before, but no, I'm single. I'm actually in the middle of moving to Tennessee, so I wasn't trying to get into anything involved.
What kind of qualities? What's the best qualities that you think for you, Mr. Santiago? What are the 3 top qualities a woman must possess to get you down on that one knee?
Qualities. Well, she's gotta have goals, motivated to like accomplish something.
Mm-hmm.
She's gotta be a little nerdy for sure. Like I want to mesh, right? Like I get the whole opposites
You want to
attract.
match nerd?
Yeah, exactly. I want to be able to play a board game and have my significant other like join in and hang out with all of us.
Yeah.
And third one. That's a tough one. I hadn't really mowed over. I mean, if she makes me laugh, that'd be good too. I'm just yeah.
Well, I guess
It's gotta be laid back.
I
It's
guess
gotta
that
be
depends
down to
on
earth.
that depends on if you ticklish or not. Huh?
I am actually. Yeah, I'm
You
very
know,
ticklish.
you said something. You know, she has to be nerdy too. She basically,
Yeah.
you know, that's your word. You say nerdy, but
Yeah.
it may be just whatever. Likewise,
Yeah, like if
like-minded.
she's a nerd about tattoos, right? She nerds out on tattoos. She knows everything about tattoos. She knows all these different tattoo artists. That's the same thing. Just
Right.
be really passionate about
About something,
something.
right.
Yeah, I find that very attractive. If a woman's like has a passion, like for me,
Driven.
it's my magic, right?
Mhm.
And if she's got something she's really passionate for, and we can like, support each other in those endeavors, that I like that.
So out of all the break dancing and the guitar playing and the magic, you're
Yep.
more passionate about the magic.
Yeah, magic is what I'm most passionate about. The guitar and the dancing, I love doing it. I'm also super passionate about those, but magic I'm practicing every single day.
You think which one you think comes more natural?
Magic.
Magic.
Yeah. I can pick up something that I don't know. If it's pertaining to magic, I can learn it pretty quick.
So you know, magic is deception. Now,
Yeah.
are you a deceiver?
When it comes to magic, yeah.
It's-
Yeah, when I'm performing and it's entertaining, yes, I'm absolutely deceptive.
What is your thus far? What has been your biggest moment performing magic?
Ooh, my biggest moment performing magic would have to be for Ryan Gray's event at Golden Ocala. He holds an event every year, and I've been doing magic for him for a long time. I actually did a show for him not too long ago. He had it for a little get together at the Golden Ocala at their clubhouse. But that show that I do for him is probably one of the biggest ones that I've done so far.
Did the crowd enjoy it? I mean,
Oh yeah, they loved it.
they
Yeah,
loved it.
they absolutely love it. They always, they pull me around to different spots in the room, showing me off to like their friends, introducing me to all kinds of people. A sports talk show host was there. You got lawyers. This is Golden Ocala. You got people who are, really high up on the social ladder, and it feels nice that I'm there and they're showing me off like, oh, go watch this guy. Fool my friend. Get him. See if you can get him. And yeah, no, it's fun.
So you had big time people there.
Yeah.
Big time people like TLC Robinson.
Oh yeah, for sure. No,
Okay,
absolutely.
okay.
Like Oxford Downs, the poker room, the owner Tony was also there, and he brags about me all the time.
And you learned breakdancing from your father, correct?
Yeah, I was really interested into it. But I got watching videos on people breakdancing, and I was trying to learn the windmill, and I was having the hardest time with it. And I told my dad, I was like, "Hey, I'm trying to do this move. Do you?" And he did it. He just started breakdancing. I was like, "Well," because my dad is a jack of all trades too. I was like, "Is there anything you can't do?" And so, but he taught me. He broke it down, step by step, how to do the windmill.
Mm-hmm.
And we would be out in the front yard in the grass trying to do a windmill, which is really hard. And then in middle school, during PE, we were just hanging out, and there was music, and my friends were dancing, and I was like, I'm gonna try to do the windmill, and I just did it, and that was the first time I had actually accomplished a full windmill, and everybody was freaking out, and I was freaking out because I was like, I did it, yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
So yeah, my dad definitely showed me how to do that for sure.
So I'm quite, your dad, of course, is older. Breakdancing really took form in the late 70s, early 80s. So, and breakdancing started in New York.
Yeah. No, my dad was born in Buffalo, but he was raised in Brooklyn. And that's where he met my mom.
Brooklyn in the house, huh?
Yeah, Bay Ridge. Yeah. But yeah, my dad would dance because he's got so many brothers. I was seven brothers, and they would all like be dancing out in New York. So
what's the single most important lesson you've learned from your father?
I feel like I'm still learning, but so far, I feel like the most important lesson for me was not to give up. Always keep my hands up too. My dad was like a professional boxer.
Dad did everything.
I told you, yeah. No, he jack of all trades. Excuse me, but he told me to always keep my hands up and never quit. Like quit was never an option.
Right.
and to always, go after my goals. When I started doing magic, he was the one that really said, "Hey, do this, try your best, don't give up." He was rooting for me ever since I started. But yeah, he definitely taught me really good, important lessons. Like, I feel like the keep your hands up and never give up were like two that really stuck with me.
So you think Dad won some of them dancing contests
I'm sure he did.
because they was afraid if he came in second, he had to put their hands up.
No, he's definitely, he's not like, he's super cool. He's down to earth. He's funny. He can make anybody laugh. So yeah.
So you only have one sibling, correct?
Yeah, my sister Cassandra.
So you're the baby.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh,
but
my
we look
goodness.
like twins. I'm the younger one, but I'm also like that older brother.
You're the only brother.
I'm the only one, but like it was growing up, people always thought that I was the older one.
How much older than you is she?
Well, she is, I'm pretty sure she's 44, not 44, 30, 34. I said 44, 34, and I'm 31. I'm pretty sure we're just about 3 years apart.
Okay, so do you believe that you're spoiled?
Do I believe that I'm
Spoiled.
spoiled? No. No.
All babies are spoiled now. That's what they say now. You the baby boy.
We were raised pretty equally. Yeah, no, I was never more spoiled, and my parents raised us to we to not be spoiled. We had to earn everything we got, worked hard for things. But yeah, no, we weren't. I mean, my parents, they spoiled us when they could,
Mhm.
but I was never like, I never felt like I was spoiled, that I could get what I want when I wanted.
Most privileged feel that way.
I guess you're right. I guess you're right. You'd have to ask them.
So when you think about mom, what's the single most important lesson you learned from mom?
Creativity, always have an imagination, look at things from a different angle.
And that's important in magic.
Yes.
A lot of tricks that you learn, do you take them and, it may be a trick that you learn is meant to be this way, but you take it and you put that,
Yeah. My
that,
own
that
flair.
Santiago to
Yeah,
it. You know
right.
what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. I put my own flair to the magic that I do, which makes it so unique. So definitely I do my own thing with them, for sure.
That's good. That's good. So, so the parents migrated down from New York. You wind up in Florida.
Yep.
So your whole life you've been in Florida, correct?
Pretty much. Yep. I lived in Virginia Beach for 3 years, but I came back. But it's been Florida for most of the time. We visited New York a bunch, but yeah, I've lived here.
Bellevue High School.
Yep, that's where I was. That's
A
where I went to
Rattler.
school. Oh God, yeah.
I hear you was on the cross country team.
I
Huh?
did. I did I got into cross country because my sister did. Now my sister was the super athletic one. She did swim, track. She was in dance. She was like this. She was the athletic star.
Mhm.
Everybody knew my sister as like, oh, she's the best at track, the best at swim. And so I picked up cross country because I liked running, and so I did that for pretty much all through the high school. I did track.
What show when you think about the childhood? Just growing up in general. What is your most fondest childhood memory?
There's a lot of those actually. I feel like a good memory is a time we all visited up in New York. Me, my sister, my mom, my dad. Always going up north to see like because we have family in Jersey,
Mhm.
so we would go up to see them and just walk around New York. Always loved doing that. Being in this, going up there when it's snowing. Also loved that a lot. Me and my mom go thrift store shopping, or me and my sister sitting in front of the TV playing games, or me and my dad playing chess. Those are all really good memories. I don't have just one.
Right,
Yeah.
right. What should when you speak of the games, what's your top games? I noticed you mentioned games a lot.
Oh yeah. Oh man, I'm playing so many. Me and my friends were on a platform called like Steam, where it's a platform where you can just buy like a bunch of different games and play with each other. So right now I'm playing like a lot of Warcraft, Dead by Daylight, Dota 2 are like 3 games that I'm playing like the most right now.
I noticed that a lot of those games are strategy games.
Yeah.
So you big on
Warcraft. Actually, my dad was a big gamer himself. He played Red Alert, Command and Conquer. He was a big strategy game. Him and my uncle Steve, my uncle Timmy would have these thing called LAN parties. They'd
Mhm.
all bring their computers to the same room and just play all kinds of games. Tribes, Quake. but Red Alert was one of their big ones, and that's a strategy game.
What was your childhood nickname?
I actually didn't. I didn't have like a childhood nickname. Everybody just called me either Chris or Christian. But when the Magic started getting, bigger for me, people just started calling me like Magic Man. Oh, there's the Magic Man. So
There's
yeah,
the Magic Man.
yeah.
So, you are willing to show us a little magic here today. You think with all these cameras in here, you think you'll be able to get by without the camera catching it?
I thought about that, and yeah, absolutely, absolutely, I can get it.
Okay, we're going to make sure we get to that a little bit later in the show. We're going to get a little magic. We're going to get a little guitar in.
Okay, yeah, absolutely.
We ain't got enough room for the breakdancing.
No, that'd be a little difficult.
But, do you know they have breakdancing in the Olympics now? How do you feel about that?
Oh, man, I didn't see any of it, but I heard all kinds of things. I heard it was more of a laugh than anything.
We know breakdancing originated here in New York. And,
yeah.
So you got people from Thailand and different countries trying to break dance. So it looks...
See, it got into the Olympics, but it had been a big thing for Red Bull. There's this thing called Red Bull BC1, where it's a breakdance competition with like the best breakdancers in the world. And I thought I'd see like a lot of those guys try out for the Olympics, but I didn't really. Like I said, I didn't see it, but I didn't hear of any like big name breakdancers getting into that. And I was like, well, that's weird.
Well, this was the first year, and I think now that people see, oh my goodness, I think it'll change now.
I hope so. I heard they took it out though. Like I heard it was in for that last Olympics, but then I heard they took it out. Like it's not even in the Olympics anymore.
Yeah, because if that's what they gonna get, I mean, I could have went and won.
Right.
I would have. You'll be gold medal.
That's what they said. They said, Christian, you should have got in there.
Yeah, you definitely would have won your gold medal.
Oh, jeez.
When you think back, over your career, what was your biggest performance? Whether you was playing the guitar or dancing or...
Well, Magic for sure has always been like my biggest shows. Like I've performed in front of schools. I performed for big events. I performed for, anything from like birthday parties to big events. It's just, I've done so many shows now.
When you do Magic, do you have a go-to trick? I mean, like, let's say, if you met one of the most famous musicians in the world, if he say, okay, Christian,
show me your best one.
Show me your best one. I mean,
oh man,
you got it down pat, or you still got to work on it?
I do have hundreds of tricks that I can perform blindfolded or in my sleep, like without even thinking. I have a lot of those, but I do have a couple of go-to ones that I've like always that I'm surefire. Like I know these are going to be amazing. I have a bunch of those. Yes.
So you think you'll be able to pull a trick on old Tlc Robinson here today?
I'm gonna try.
In TLC land, you're gonna be able to convince the whole land that Christian Santiago is the Magic Man.
I'm gonna definitely try for sure.
I believe you can do it, sir. I believe you can do anything you set your mind to. And with that, what you say, your father teaching you to never give up.
Yeah.
And as you matured into the young man you are today, sometimes when we're kids, we don't understand why Dad always say, keep your hands up.
Oh, yeah.
So what do you think the metaphor in keeping your hands up?
Always be looking out. You never know when life is going to give you that left hook. And if it does, you gotta get back up. You got to get back out there. That's that never give up mentality. It's not about how hard you can hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep going. So definitely that.
Which one of your tricks that was the most hardest for you? I mean, the hardest to master.
Oh man, the hardest to master. There are a lot of those that I'm still working on to get like 100% before I feel comfortable actually performing it for people. But one just off the top of my head is called alchemy. It's changing a coin into like anything like a strawberry in front of somebody. That one's actually hard to do. But there's like a lot of hard ones out there that I'm not really good at yet.
Right. If you could instantly master one skill set, what would it be?
Magic. Definitely magic.
More magic, huh?
Yeah, if I could like take a pill today and wake up tomorrow knowing absolutely everything and being perfect at it, it'd be magic.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Europe. Like I want to go to like Istanbul or Florence, Italy, or something like that. Somewhere really nice.
You know, you say y'all often go and visit New York.
Yeah, we would. Yeah.
So how was it like? Have you ever went up in the Statue of Liberty?
Actually, no, we didn't do any of the like too much of the touristy things because every time we would go there, my parents didn't want to feel like we were tourists, right? They didn't want to. They're like, oh, don't be like a tourist. We, because they live there, and like
Yeah.
we would go there. My dad would get recognized from across the street. They'd be like, oh my god, Christina or Chris. They're like, oh, what? You're back? And they're like, no, we're just visiting. My dad knew everybody there, so no, it was. We would go there, go to just like walk around Manhattan, go around Brooklyn. My parents would show me all kinds of cool things that they would do when they were kids. So yeah,
So as a kid, you know, for you to go there, you know, when you're a kid, you know, you obviously you look up to dad.
oh yeah,
You know, and when you go back there to his hometown, everybody
yeah.
there some big deal. You know, how did that make you feel?
Oh man, it felt really cool actually. Like going there and knowing that that was like that's my dad's stomping grounds. Right, you know, he did so much out there. It just felt really cool, really inspiring. I wanted to do that. I wanted to do like really cool things where like people would recognize me, and it's happened now. Like I'll be out and somebody will know me and I won't really know who they are. They go, "You Magic Man." And
Right,
do you have any
right.
magic on you? And they would always ask me, and they're like, "Yeah, for sure, he's got magic." And I always have magic on me, like no matter where I go.
I seen a guy one time. He had some cards,
Yeah.
some playing
Oh yeah.
cards, and this man made the face come off the cards. I mean, like it's my deck.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
That's good. Hopefully I can do something amazing like that.
he actually did it. You know,
That's awesome.
You know, what's the one thing on your bucket list that you want to get off?
I hadn't really started making a bucket list, but my dad wants to go skydiving, and I really want to do that with him. This one thing I like with that. I really just that's what I have to do, or take like a really good fishing trip. My dad likes fishing,
Uh huh.
and that's where he taught me about patience. But or like something like that, something with my family.
That's right.
While I still can.
You know, if you could have dinner with any three people, dead or alive, who would it be?
Nikola Tesla, Houdini, and Robin Williams.
Robin Williams.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember as a kid, I would always, I had this like dream where I was like, I'm gonna get big in magic, and then I want to meet Robin Williams. Like, I had like that dream as a kid forever, and then what happened, and no, I don't have that chance.
So who inspired you the most when it comes to magic?
Who inspired me the most? David Blaine. When I was in high school, he was getting really big, and he kind of like was the first to have like a TV show for street magic. He was one that I really like. I was watching a lot while I was performing magic. I would always look like, oh, like how would he do this, or what is he doing? So he was one I looked up to a lot, but a lot of people did. But then there was like a lot of ones that people don't know, like Justin Miller, right? He's a great magician. So a lot of those guys, really good work.
You know, there's always when you learn things, there's always the term getting back to the basics.
Oh yeah.
So let's say you're learning a new trick. You know, of course you're the magic man now.
Yeah.
So a lot of things, the small things, you may skip over. You got away from because you do it
Right.
your way now.
No.
But then
yeah.
sometimes you get to that one trick where it's like, okay, back to the
Back
basics.
to the basics. Yeah.
What are some of the basics that each and every musician must get down pat?
Well, for magic, when back to basics, it's taking it very slow, especially when you're learning something new. You like to have this tendency to rush through it and just be as good as you can be as quickly as possible. But then, you got to bring it back. You got to take the moves really slow, and that misdirection, always know when to use that. That misdirection is like key to so many parts of magic. If I can take your eyes off of something for half a second, that's all I need.
Yeah.
So that's like one of the basics I always go back to.
And in my mind, you know, when you think of magic,
Yeah.
you know, it's like whatever they're trying to get you to see when they're talking to you. Look over here. Oh my God, look over here. It's really happening over there.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
If
That scale is big or small. Like I could have a coin in my hand and I just look over here for a second and everybody is going to look over there. In that one split second, I can do something with that coin.
the
Right.
coin is going.
That scale is so big. Like, and on stage, if that magician can make the audience just break focus for half a second, that's all he needs.
And I notice a lot of musicians when they're on the big stage,
You know?
they have other things going and
Oh,
so many
yeah.
things going and
Very
keep your
flashy.
eyes
Yeah.
keep your eyes over here. All of a sudden, the explosion pop out the air. Your
Yeah.
instincts is going to look
Right.
you know, and
Yeah.
it's just like that, you know. But it's the woe factor.
Yeah.
Do you believe in being you think that someone can be hypnotized?
I think there's like a level of hypnotism that can be accomplished, or at least the idea of it. Uh, it's an interesting concept. Like I don't know, I've never been hypnotized before, and I don't know about like real hypnotism. Like oh, you forget your name, or you're asleep and you wake up and you're this now, and I snap my fingers, you're back.
Yeah.
I don't know about all of that, but I have seen things where you might think that you don't know something, right? Like forgetting your name one, right? That's like a big one. I'm going to make you forget your name. That has been done. But I think it's more of you're convinced yourself that you forgot your name. It's hard to explain that. It's mentalism is it's one of those fields of magic that it takes a lot of practice and it's a lot of self-confidence. Like if I believe I can do it and then like apply it and convince somebody else that it can be done, then it can be done.
What's the name of that movie? I cannot think of the name of the movie.
There's a lot. There's The Prestige, The Illusionist, Now You See Me.
That's the one.
That's the one. Okay.
To me, that's one of the first one. You know, they had like two or three
where
of them.
he like jerks his arm and he makes him like you talk about the hypnotism in the hypnotist in the movie, right?
Yeah, what is his name? The guy, the actor.
It's not. Is that Woody?
Yes, Woody.
Yeah,
Yes.
Woody was the guy who did the mentalist stuff. But yeah, the things he did, like it was really fast too. Like the one guy would go up on stage and he would do a motion and like start talking in his ear, and the guy would be hypnotized.
Yeah.
I don't know if anything works like that. I can't confirm or deny that.
But that movie in itself
It was good.
was amazing.
It was good.
That level of magic. I mean, even with the building, you know, when
Yeah.
it first come on.
Oh yeah, when the lights come on with that guy's card revealed or the girl's card revealed. Yeah, no,
Yeah,
I mean
that one.
that kind of thing can be done, right?
Yes.
I mean, I looked at that movie as a standpoint of like professionalism. I was like, okay, what of this magic can be accomplished? And the way they break it down, I mean, all of it could, right? All the
Yes.
tricks they do, but there are things in that movie where it's like, I don't know if a lot of people would actually believe that.
Thank God for Hollywood, huh?
Yeah, Hollywood, man.
Yeah.
The real magicians out there.
I mean, like I say, it's different levels to each and everything.
Yeah.
You know, if it was something is there a trick that you've witnessed with your own eyes, and even you being a musician, you like, whoa, now how did they do that?
Yeah. No, I've gone out and I've seen some pretty crazy magic where I can't figure it out. Like I have ideas, but I've been stumped before plenty of times. Yeah. There's a lot of magic out there that's like insane.
I like that terminology. You said I've been stumped a couple
Yeah,
times.
I've been stumped a couple of times.
You know, if you had to listen to one song
Mm.
for the rest of your life, over and over and over,
Mm.
what song would it be?
That would probably have to be As Tall as Lions. That's the band. One of the songs would either be Dormant, Sick and Tired. Probably Sick and Tired.
And why is that?
It's just it's a great song. As Tall as Lions is a good band from New York, and their music is just it's really pretty sounding. And you know, the vocals are really good. It's just that's my favorite band. It just sucks because they're no longer together. There was a
Right.
band from forever ago. But yeah, that song it's great. It's amazing.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received?
Best piece of advice I've ever received. if you're good at something, don't do it for free.
That is very true.
Because I used to do like when I was getting bigger and bigger into magic, I would do it for nothing. I was like I was almost afraid to charge people because
Right.
I didn't know. I was
The
like,
value,
what
yeah,
am I
yeah.
gonna ask for? And a lot of the shows when I started, I did for like pretty much nothing. And then I did a show with a guy who was performing he was doing music. And we got to talking after the show, and he gave me a book, and he was just he taught me like hey, don't be afraid to charge what you're worth, and if you're as good as you are, you should kind of try to put that price tag on it, and don't be afraid to
Mm-hmm.
basically sell yourself for that right price point,
You,
because I was always afraid of that.
I learned that, when you're learning something, to you just Christian Santiago.
Yeah.
I'm just a
Yeah.
guy been doing it in school, doing
Right.
it, so hey, I'm just,
Yeah, it's a passion of mine.
Right.
I wasn't trying to do it for money to begin with.
right. And it's hard to charge for
It's-
something that you love to do.
Exactly. Yes.
Sometimes you say, and then you don't want to overbid yourself.
Right.
In the beginning,
It's hard.
maybe they're willing to pay me $200, but I said $300, so now I don't get the show at all.
Yeah.
So a lot of times if you learn, like me, sometime with this,
Mhm.
people may say things, and it's like, well, just give a donation
Right.
and just see where their heart, because people sometimes they'll give you
Yeah.
more than what you would have asked for,
Yes.
and sometimes they give you under, but it balances itself
Yeah,
out,
right.
and therefore you'll know the heart of the person. And some people are in need, but just may not have the resources.
Right. I mean, yeah, exactly. There's those situations too, and I don't want to deprive somebody just because they're having a hard time and they really want to see something like my magic. I don't want to say no. Right.
Because-
So I always usually try to work something out.
Yeah, and it may be someone out in their audience
Mhm.
that book you to a bigger gig.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. I always just figure, do the best I can, no matter what.
Okay, what is the most challenging thing you've ever accomplished?
Most challenging thing I've ever accomplished was I did a lot of moving for a while there. I was moving from like place to place, and the challenging thing was like doing what I love doing while, having a job, moving to all these different places around and just still pursuing like performing magic or performing anything at all is like in the mix of like just living life. And that's probably been one of the hardest challenges like that I've ever come across.
Navigating
Navigating.
a chessboard.
Yeah.
If you could switch lives with anyone for one day, who would it be?
Why would I want to do that when I can just be me? I don't know. I've
Amen.
never really thought about wanting to like switch with somebody's life. It's I try my best not to compare myself with a lot of other people because I feel like that kills like motivation sometimes. So I don't know. I guess if it was just like for fun, I would switch lives with Elon Musk.
Yeah. You probably spend a lot of money
I
that
would
day.
spend
huh?
all of it. The last check I write would bounce.
How important is it to do the very thing that you said?
Hmm.
When you're in any field, not to compare yourself
Yeah.
to others. Be the best version of
Of what you can do.
what you can do.
Yeah. I feel like, a lot of people getting into anything will compare themselves to somebody who has been doing it forever. And they're here and you're starting out here. And so naturally you're going to compare yourself with everything else and almost forget, your own style. And I tried really hard not to do that. Like I was saying before, I was watching a lot of David Blaine and how he would do things, what he would do. And also try to remember, I want to do it. I want to do that same trick, but do it the way I would.
Right.
I get what he does works, but what's to say that what I do wouldn't be better?
If you can create a new law and everyone had to follow it, what would that law be?
Mm-hmm. Oh, jeez. A new law that everybody had to follow. Don't be on your phone and drive. at the same time. There'd probably be a law that everybody would have to follow, including
Well,
myself.
actually, that is a law, and no
It
one
is, but
follows
nobody
it.
follows it.
That is correct. Tell us something about Mr. Christian Santiago that no one knows.
Oh, you want to know a secret?
Or something that you're very passionate about. Sometimes little issues, small things that you may really love insects. You may, I don't know.
Hmm. One thing. I like collecting like knickknacks. That's like one thing that nobody really knows about me until like you come over my place. Like I collect like a lot of like small like little like just like knickknacks and everything, like weird oddities and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't like nobody would guess that, I feel like, until they came over.
What is one of your most prized possessions?
Most prized possession. I have a couple of those. I got a lot of things my dad gave me. I got a deck of cards that, it's like a really rare deck of cards that I haven't even opened yet. It's Golden Anarchs. Uh, they're pretty hard to find.
Mm-hmm.
So I actually have two of them, and I like lock them away in a box that you need a key to to open.
Yeah.
So I like that one a lot.
You got to do some magic with them cards, man.
I mean, I have so many other decks of cards. Like I have a deck of cards in my pocket. I have hundreds of decks of cards.
So you ready to get down to the nitty gritty? I'll tell you what. So we're gonna let you play the guitar first.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna move into the magic.
Okay, that sounds good to me.
So do you write your own music with guitar? Or you just emulate?
So I can't read any music, so I don't write it. So everything I know how to play, I just remember from muscle memory. Mm-hmm. And that just came from practicing magic so much. Like I said, I could do it in my sleep. It's that my muscle memory is the best. It's better than my actual memory, I feel like, most of the time.
So the songs you're going to play, is this someone else's music, or is it something that you created yourself?
This is mine. Yeah. I never learn other people's. Like I'll probably create something that sounds a lot, similar to something else, but I've never actually like looked up like how to play a specific song from somebody else. I've always just done my own thing.
Okay, what's the name of the song? And let's give it a shot.
There we go. So far, I was thinking about calling this Time and Time Again, but I'm not sure. It doesn't really have a name yet.
Okay. Sound pretty
Thank you,
good.
thank
Now, what's the name of that one again?
Time and time again.
Time and time again. We got to put some words to that, man.
Yeah, I can't sing. I can definitely play instruments, but I can't sing at all.
But how is that? I mean, you got to have some kind of humming or some
got
kind
good-
of melody in your mind when you create the song, right?
No, actually, I hear rhythm. I'm really good with like the rhythm of some like just music. I get good beats. But like as far as words, I never like hear or think of like any words when I'm playing. I just kind of focus on like how it's making me feel as I'm playing.
Right.
And they say play what makes you feel good.
I guess from my perspective, I've always been. I used to do music.
Yeah.
Rap music.
Okay.
And now you rap to the beat.
I can beatbox.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Let me see what you got.
My friends in high school would always rap or freestyle to me, beatboxing in the background.
What? So I tell you what. So if I come off the top, you gonna give me a beat, and we gonna see can I come off the top? All right.
I mean, we can try. Or you want me to start with the beat?
You start with the beat. Let me see what I got.
Oh man, here it goes.
One, two. Christian coming at y'all. Christian Santiago, TLC Robinson, live in the studio today. Yeah, we got the beat. Instead of popping, the beat is dropping. I'm hipping and I'm hopping. Now here we go. We're doing our thing. 1, 2, 1, 2. This here is for you. It's the TLC and Christian Santiago. TLC, Christian Santiago. Yeah. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I can't believe, man. Old Christian got me to come out of retirement, man. I'm definitely a little rusty.
So that's perfect.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get to this magic we got. We're gonna get the magic show going on. So so let me get so we're gonna you see the angle here?
Yeah.
So that's what we're gonna do. So you keep it waist level.
Gotcha.
We're gonna see what we got here.
Ooh, make sure I don't hit the mic. All right, cool. Awesome. Put that down.
Your audience is here. Here.
Oh, here. All right, cool. Got it. Awesome. Decker cards. Give it a couple of different cuts. So they're all different. And here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna give it a cut. I'm gonna riffle down like this and just say stop whenever you feel like it. Okay.
Stop.
Right here. All right, cool. I'm gonna reach out and go ahead and grab that. Or actually, can they see it? I'm not looking.
Turn it back toward this way a little bit.
Can they see it?
Yes, they can.
All right. I'm not looking. I'm going to put it back. All right. So what's really cool about this deck of cards is it can talk to me. So let's see if this works. Yeah? Really? Is it a king? What was the suit? King of clubs?
Nope.
What was it?
King of Diamonds.
King of Diamonds. Oh no, the deck had lied to me. Oh man. So it was the King of Diamonds. You're 100%.
It was the King of Diamonds.
Oh, so King of Diamonds. We're gonna take that. You know what? We're gonna get it. We're gonna get it lost. Cool. So you get maybe it's if you pick a different one. Go ahead. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Right there. All right, go ahead. Take it. Show the camera. Good?
Uh-huh.
All right, cool. Put it right back on top. Awesome. So maybe it's because you just had to pick a different card, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if I riffle down, just snap. Oh, you picked the second one? Was that it?
Nope.
Really? So you know what? We're gonna put that We're gonna put that down over here. Say stop whenever you want to.
Stop.
Right here. How cool would it be if you said stop on your own card?
I doubt it.
You doubt it? No, actually, no. Even better is you didn't say stop on your card.
That's crazy.
Still the king of diamonds too.
It still was the king of diamonds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one there. That was a good one there. God darn it. The other one was a queen. That was the queen of diamond that was on the table.
Yeah.
That's a good one there. That's a good one there.
That
like
misdirection.
Misdirection. Misdirection. Looking one way, look the other way.
That's right.
I tell you what, Mr. Santiago, we going to play a game called Fill in the Blank, sir.
Okay.
I'm going to ask you some random questions. You ask them quickly, precisely, to the point.
Yep.
There's no right and wrong.
Got it.
You ready?
Yeah.
I've always wanted to.
Be a magician.
I love when someone.
Makes me laugh.
If I had to do it all over again, I would.
Go to school.
My favorite holiday is.
Halloween.
It aggravates me when people.
Ask me too many questions.
Am I aggravating you right now?
Not at all. It's usually when they ask me, hey, are you okay?
The best quality someone could have is.
Honesty.
If I was God and I could change one thing in the world, it would be.
Pollution? That's a horrible answer, but yeah, why not?
My childhood crush was.
Ooh. Marianne.
Off of Gilligan's Island?
No. No.
Oh.
No. No. It was from like in middle school.
Ginger or Marianne? Ginger or Marianne from Gilligan's Island?
Marianne.
Marianne.
Yeah.
If you could go back to any age, what age would it be?
25.
Your favorite movie is?
Ooh, my favorite movie. The Prestige.
If you could travel anywhere in the world, it would be?
Italy.
Jesus is?
Good.
When I meet someone, the first thing I notice is?
Their eyes.
My greatest strength is?
My greatest strength? Never give up.
My greatest weakness is?
Being a perfectionist.
The greatest misconception about me is?
Misconception. My age.
I'm a pretty good guy, but I draw a line in the sand if you...
Physically hurt me.
If I had to star in a movie beside any actress, it would be?
Ooh, actress. Ooh, that's tough. I don't know any actresses' names. Oh my God. What is her name? I guess the chick from Underworld.
I don't know her name.
I don't know her name either.
If you had to perform on stage doing magic with any musician, who would it be?
David Blaine.
SpongeBob or Blue's Clues?
SpongeBob. SpongeBob.
The Coyote or Bugs Bunny?
Bugs Bunny.
The Pink Panther or Daffy Duck?
Pink Panther.
Super Mario or Pac-Man?
Super Mario.
Space Invader or Caterpillar?
Space Invaders.
Ford or Chevrolet?
Chevy.
Truck or car?
Car.
The Yankees or the Dodgers?
The Yankees.
New York City or New Jersey?
New York.
New York or Florida?
New York. Come on now.
I tell you what, sir. This is the part of the show. It's called AMA, where you, Christian Santiago, get to ask me, William Robinson, anything.
When did you start doing this podcast?
I officially started maybe about a little over a year and a half ago.
Nice. What made you want to do a podcast?
I had spinal surgery. I done 18 years in prison.
Oh, God.
And upon my last year in prison, I had spinal surgery. As I was rehabbing, I used to read my Bible, pray fast, and I kept hearing the word podcast.
Yeah.
You know, every time I lay down to meditate, podcast, and I had never heard the word in my life. So
So you were like called to it.
I was called to it.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
absolutely. Okay, nice. Wow. Ford or Chevrolet?
As long as it got air conditioning and it runs, it don't make a difference to me.
Good choice. Good choice. Do you have any family?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I do have family. I have 3 brothers. Actually, I have 4 brothers.
Okay.
3 brothers from my mom, and my dad I have a brother and a sister.
Nice.
For my dad, it's not my mom.
Okay.
I have 3 children, grandson,
Nice. Wow. Big family then. That's cool. Were you born in Florida?
born and raised.
Yeah. Have you ever been outside of Florida?
Yes. I used to. My dad is from New Jersey,
Okay.
and so we got family in New York. So I used to go up there a lot. So I know the feeling of
You know
going,
the feeling, yeah.
visiting.
Oh, yeah.
And when I used to come back for the summer, you know, I'd be talking like, you know, word is born. You know, your son. You know, everybody, my family here in Florida looking at me like
what are
I'm
you
crazy.
talking
You know,
about?
talking about word is born and your kid and stuff like that. You
Oh
know.
my God. So have you been anywhere else besides like New York and Florida? Have you traveled anywhere out? Like, have you ever been outside the U.S.?
I've never been outside the
Okay.
country.
Yeah, me
Never
neither.
been outside the country.
Have you ever been anywhere else besides New York and Florida?
I've been to Minnesota.
Okay.
I've been to Alabama, South Carolina, basically East Coast. You know, the farthest was
Okay.
Minnesota.
Okay.
And you know, when I looked down and I looked at that map and I seen how far Florida was, you know,
You're getting too far away. What other hobbies do you have?
I'm a football man.
Okay.
I picked up chess and dominoes. I can play chess and dominoes pretty good. I'm not a man. I don't have a lot of pride.
Okay.
What I don't know, I don't know. But
Absolutely.
what I know, I know. I'm a pretty confident guy.
Okay.
I believe in me.
Yep.
So I think me and Dad could get along really good.
Yeah, absolutely.
And Dad, you take this as an official invitation to come sit here at this table. I have something called TLC Chess Talk, where I interview you while I beat you in chess.
Oh my God.
And I would like to see you, Mr. Santiago.
Oh man.
My personal message to you, sir.
He would probably accept the challenge. He's good at it. He's good.
Okay, I'm looking forward to that.
Oh man. He's like, "What'd you get me into?" I can hear it now. Like, oh, it's just a chess match. Oh man, are we gonna have? We should have that chess match too.
Yes, and I record it. It'd be
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like this podcast, but we will be actually
I'm gonna have to
playing
brush
chess.
up now. I have to talk to all my chess friends at the library. There's a chess club over there, and those guys are really good.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you know a guy named Orson?
No, sir.
There's like a chess club down by the public library in Ocala, and they have they meet up every once in a while for like these. They get their ratings and stuff like that. But those guys are good.
Like I said, I've done 18 years in prison.
Yeah.
People that can play chess good, you either been in prison, or you went to college,
Yeah.
or you was in the military. It had to be somewhere where you had time to kill.
Right.
Because, you know, the average person is too busy to play chess at a certain level.
Yeah.
You know, at one point I would consider myself very good. At this, I don't play anymore because the cares of the world.
Yeah.
You know, I'm
Yeah,
home now.
Right.
But I've been at a level to where anybody can't beat me.
Oh wow.
You understand what I'm
That's
saying?
good. No, yeah.
And even if that person sneak one in,
You could recover.
it won't take long for me to
Yeah.
do what I need to do because, you know,
Exactly.
losing is something that doesn't come natural to me.
I feel that. I get that. I understand. So yeah, those all the questions I could think of.
Okay, well, this is the final part of the show. It's called Final Thoughts, sir.
Okay.
You're going to look directly into this camera over my shoulder.
Yep.
And you're going to give your final message to the world. So what do you want them to know? What is your message to the world?
Never give up. Find something you're passionate about. Pursue it. Don't let other people tell you you can't. And never give up. Always keep your hands up, too. Get out there and get it.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. Those were the final thoughts by Mr. Christian Santiago. And with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, once again, I am your host, William Robinson, TLC Talk, Love, and Communication, ladies and gentlemen. We have had a very, very wonderful episode of My Story, Mr. Christian Santiago. He have showed us some amazing things, ladies and gentlemen. That magic trick he showed me with those cards, it wowed me, TLC, ladies and gentlemen. And we want to come out and we want to support this young man and show him some love. You got some any kind of gathering, anything that you have, and you need somebody to come perform. He's a trick jack of all trades. He can come play a little instruments for you. He can do a little break dancing, and on top of that, he can give you that funny. He can roll you. And we only got one life to live, ladies and gentlemen. It's a whole lot easier with love and communication. You can donate to this podcast at Cash App. Anybody love you with you, PayPal, Robinson74William at gmail.com, Zelle 352-209-3306. And remember, if nobody told they love you today, William Robinson loves you.